welcome back to my channel. For those who are new here, I'm Millie and I run a calligraphy business called Blink Lettering. You can follow me over on Instagram or check out my website for some courses, my shop and other helpful tips if you want to learn calligraphy and lettering. Today I've got a really exciting video for you. The guys at Stabilo Pens have actually sent me these Stabilo Pen 68 brush pens and they look so good. Just so you know, this isn't a sponsored video at all. Stabilo Pens have just kindly sent these pens for me to test. They've also sent me an extra little pack like this for a giveaway. So I'll be letting you know more about the giveaway at the end of the video. So be sure to watch the whole thing to find out how you can enter. Although Stabilo Pens have kindly sent me these pens, all opinions in this video will be my own and I will be completely honest with what I think about the pens. I only want to recommend the best pens out there for you guys, so when you buy those pens, you can enjoy them just as much as me. So what I have here is just a little sample pack and inside are 3 different colours. However, you can get 24 colours and on Stabilo Pens website right now, they're £36, which is so good. You can also buy the pens individually if you don't want to get all colours, and there are some smaller packs as well. So I'm sure a lot of you have heard of Stabilo and they have really beautiful, colourful, fine tip pens. So these are a brush version. So it says on the back here, they're an ideal brush starter pen, premium fibre tip with flexible brush tip and water-soluble ink. So you can use it for things like watercolour if you just add a little bit of water. You can blend them together to create an ombre or gradient effect. So you can get really creative with your pens. And you just create thick and thin lines, changing the pressure of your pen. The 24 colours also includes 5 neon shades as well, which sound really cool. I love a bit of neon. So these are what the pens look like. As you can see, they're long and thin, quite similar to their fine tip pens. However, just on the barrel it says Stabilo Pen 68 brush. And I believe the white with stripes is different to the fine tips, but I can't remember off the top of my head. And then you can see it's got quite a medium-sized nib. However, I have tried these out already, and although it's a relatively medium-sized nib, it's actually quite a small nib when it comes to lettering. The nib is quite stiff, so you have a lot of control over it, similar to the Pentel sign pens, which I absolutely love. And that's why I think these would be great for beginners. So in this sample pack, there are 3 colours. We've got a red, a yellow, and quite a purpley pink colour. Absolutely love the look of this colour. Now I'm just going to test them out and you can see what they look like, and I'll let you know afterwards what I think about them. These pens are so easy to write with. I really like the fact that although the nib is kind of thick, it's still quite stiff. So when it comes to doing your thin lines, they don't go too wobbly and you still have quite a lot of control. The colours are so beautiful and really pigmented. I absolutely love the purple. I think it's so bright and bold. And this yellow is really a lovely colour too. Sometimes you find that yellow doesn't stand out well on the paper, but I think this yellow really pops. Because the pen's quite narrow, it does make it a little bit tricky to hold. I feel quite tensed up. However, it's quite long, so it means that I have a lot of support on my inner corner of my hand. So that kind of helps it a bit as well. I'm just going to test trying to blend some of the colours together. So I'm just going to take the yellow and the red and see how they cope with blending. So it's not blended as well as I hope on paper where I'm just using ink. I'm just going to try putting a bit of the ink onto the end of the nib. So I'm just adding some of the red onto the yellow. And then I'm going to start writing with it and see what that creates. Wow, that's actually really beautiful. That's worked so nicely. The red and the yellow work really well together. Okay, that's worked so much better. To be honest, a lot of brush pens sometimes struggle with this kind of blending, so I'm not too worried about that. However, this is beautiful, and actually the ink didn't transfer too quickly, so it's held the gradient much longer than some of the other pens I've tried doing this with. I reckon this method of blending probably would work better if they were more similar shades. So if you had like a dark blue and a light blue, I think just because the colours are so different here, it's not quite worked, but this is stunning. I absolutely love it. Now, one last test I'm going to do for you guys is the watercolour test, because they do say on here that just add water and they act like watercolours. So we're going to give that a go as well. So I've just swapped over to some watercolour paper. I am using textured watercolour paper here. However, I'm not 100% sure how the nibs of these Stabilo Pen 68 brush pens hold out on textured watercolour. So I'd suggest if you do plan on doing any watercolour work with these pens, that you use a smooth watercolour paper or quite a thick card, because you don't want to fray the ends of your brush pens. So I'm just going to start out by creating some blocks of colour, and then I'm just going to transition the colour out into a gradient using a small paintbrush and some water. As you can see, it's created a really lovely pastel version of each of the colours. I absolutely love how this red looks. It's also not created too many watermarks at all. It's blended out really nicely. I'm just going to test blending two colours together using water now. The inks are blended so much nicer using the water and paintbrush. I absolutely love the effect that it's created. It's created a beautiful orangey colour between the red and the yellow. It's so pretty. So far, I really like these pens. I do think that they are great for beginners, and that's just mainly because the nib isn't too flexible, but you still can create that thick and thin line that you want to create when doing brush pen calligraphy. The colours are really vibrant and pigmented, and it's fun being able to mix them using the water. That's the bonus of them being a water-based ink. I've loved Stabilo's fine liners for years, so it's super exciting to see they've brought out this brush version, and I think they've done a really good job with it. They've still got their bright pigmented colours, and they've made it an easy pen for beginners to pick up and use. They aren't too crazy expensive either, so I mean, that's a win-win in my eyes. I can't wait to get my hands on the other colours, especially the neon colours, and see what those are like. And it'll be good to carry on playing around with these pens and see how they hold up in the long run, and I'll test what they're like more on textured paper. But please don't use them on textured paper yourself, just in case the nib does fray. So how about that giveaway? As I said earlier, Cult Pens kindly sent me another one of these sample packs, so I can give it away to one of you lucky guys. As well as this little sample pack, I've also got another little treat for you guys as part of the giveaway, and this is really exciting for me to announce. So I've also got this little pen pack, which is my own Blink Lettering favourite pens pack. I'm so excited. I've just launched these over on my online shop, and if it hadn't been for Cult Pens, I wouldn't have been able to make this idea a reality. So a huge thank you to Cult Pens for enabling me to create these little packs of pens. You will only find them over on my shop. You won't find them on Cult Pens. So I'll leave a link in the description below if you're interested in buying a pack like this. There is a limited number at the beginning, so if you did want to get your hands on one and you're too impatient for the giveaway, then be sure to head over there now. However, one lucky winner will win this pen pack as well as this Stabilo sample pack. In the pen pack, you've got a Tombow dual brush pen, a Uniball Signo broad gel pen, a Zebra mild liner brush pen, a Sakura Pigma micron pen in size 0.3, a Tombow Funasoki brush pen with a hard tip, and then this really beautiful bright pink Pentel Fude Touch sign pen. So these are my favourite pens I absolutely love using. I can't wait for you guys to get your hands on these. So yeah, this is what you'll win in the giveaway. A little sample pack of the Stabilo Pen 68 brush pens, which are so nice. And then also this pack of Blink favourite pens as well. Might have to add these Stabilo brush pens to my favourite pack at some point. They are pretty damn nice. I will leave in the description below all the details on how you can enter the giveaway. So all the rules for it and how you actually enter. I'll pop up a little screen now too so you can see all that information straight away. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it useful and it kind of helped you decide whether you want to get your hands on these pens. If you do, as I said, there'll be a link in the description below where you can buy them from the Cult Pens website. If you're a beginner, then I highly recommend them, and they come in so many pretty colours as well, so they'll be fun to experiment with. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and if you want to see more videos from me, like pen reviews or tutorials, then hit that red subscribe button, I think it's down there, and you can check out a lot more videos from me in the future. And if there's any videos in particular you'd like me to do, or any pens you want me to review, then be sure to pop them in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and see you soon.